So not only did Heidi bash Michael Saylor yesterday, but Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, has now trashed him as well. Rightfully so. I'm going to cover that. But first, we have some really interesting news coming out of the UK. They're introducing a stablecoin laws within months, says USDC issuer circle. So you had the MiCA regulations coming into effect, and now you have those MiCA regulations turning into laws. So yay, Michael Saylor, I know you love your regulations. Now you're seeing what is the fruit of regulations. They turn into laws and makes your lives living hell. We have Paul Tudor Jones. He says, all roads lead to inflation. I'm long gold, long Bitcoin, and own zero fixed income. The playbook is to get out of this debt problem and to inflate your way out. So the last time he actually said or came out and said Bitcoin is in his portfolio, Bitcoin did a 7x right after that. So really interesting coming out of that guy. He's a billionaire guy. I think he knows what he's talking about, especially with inflation. That is not going away. So no matter who gets elected, like I keep saying, in November, it doesn't matter. The US is screwed because, you know, you cannot get out of this inflation debt bubble that is happening right now. You're now turning $1 trillion into thin air every 90 days. That's unsustainable. That's a runaway train. I promise you that. And guess what's going to happen? Going back to that first story, you have a CBDC that is going to come in the United States. And if you don't own gold, you don't own silver or, you know, Bitcoin, Monero, you're going to be screwed. I promise you that. Mark this video. Moving on, we have U.S. Treasury Secretary Yellen also saying fiscal deficit reduction is required over the next couple years. A little too late for that. There's nothing that the Federal Reserve can do. Actually, this is all planned, as you probably know, that, you know, the amount of inflation that's happening, the amount of currency that's being printed, that is all baked in the cake, all right? You have the Federal Reserve, and they own the country. So, you know, get used to that or own Bitcoin and Monero and opt out of that crap, okay? Okay, moving on. We have Ripple's co-founder, Chris Larson, says he has donated $10 million in XRP to Kamala Harris. So anybody that's using their crypto and giving it to a politician, just know that they don't have anything up here, okay? They have nothing up here. They're giving to a politician, you know, anything that any politician is going to do in the United States is going to make everything worse. So, you know, opt out of politicians because Bitcoin, Monero, that has taken politics out of money, the state away from currency. Finally, the first time in world history that can actually happen. Very cool. Okay, billionaire Mark Cuban says he officially opposes Kamala Harris's plan to tax unrealized gains. I would campaign against her so that there wouldn't be a second term. But what Mark Cuban misses is the fact that they've already given the idea out of unrealized capital gains. That's eventually going to happen. Remember back in 1913, the introduction to income taxes in the United States. That was only for the 1% of the wealthiest people in the United States, and then everybody started paying income tax eventually. So you give a government 1 inch, they're going to take 500 miles. So don't let them trick you. That's coming. Unrealized gains, I promise you, is coming to the United States. There's nothing you can do about it because the Federal Reserve, once again, owns you. And on to Vitalik. So he trashed Saylor yesterday and said this. And this is on a tweet on Vitalik.eth. He says, I'll be happy to say that I think Saylor's comments are crazy or insane. I'm not going to say the cuss word because this is a PG-13, or actually this is a G-rated channel. So my thoughts on this is that when Saylor said or just talked against people owning Bitcoin in self-custody, taking self-custody for their Bitcoin, he showed his true colors, in my opinion, and I think you should be really wary about him. And you all know that Heidi and I have been very critical of Saylor over the past several years because, first off, he's given a huge red flag of promoting regulations. And if you're promoting regulations in a crypto space, you're not my friend, you're our enemy. So that is one thing you really have to watch out for. And Vitalik is calling him out too. I'm sure very many people are actually calling him out. Yeah, shame on that guy. You know, like, do not worship crypto celebrities, people. Okay, I know that Saylor has a lot of good attributes that he does. He's a holder, and we are very much holders as well. You know, he's bought Bitcoin, I think, 40 times, and people always make fun of him because he usually buys near the local top and it usually drops or whatever. But over time, you know, it pays off to buy and hold, and that's what we do. And if you do want to check out what we're doing with our crypto portfolio, check out learningcrypto.com. You will not be disappointed. All right, talk to you soon.